How to analyze malicious websites using Invoke-WebRequest. Let's start by typing PowerShell in the search bar and running PowerShell as an administrator. The Invoke-WebRequest commandlet is versatile and can be used for both testing network communication with potentially malicious servers and capturing HTTP response details that can reveal clues about hacker activity. Type Invoke-WebRequest. The URI parameter is where you specify the URL you want to query. Replace maliciouswebsite.com with a potentially malicious server. When executed, the commandlet makes an HTTP GET request to the specified URL and returns an object containing details of the response. Status code 200 indicates that the HTTP request was successful. In a real-world investigation, a non-200 code like 404 or 500 might indicate misconfigurations or even deliberate manipulation by an attacker. Status description OK is a human readable confirmation that the server responded as expected. The content field displays a snippet of the HTML content returned by the server. For instance, here it starts with the doc type and part of the HTML structure. The actual content can reveal if a web page is serving phishing content or a malicious payload. Anomalies like unusual scripts or hidden frames might be discovered by analyzing the content. Raw content shows the full raw HTTP response. Reviewing the raw response can help detect if headers have been tampered with or if there are hidden directives inserted by an attacker, for instance, unexpected redirects or injected code. Headers section lists all HTTP response headers. In our output, we see examples like Content Security Policy Reports Only, which controls how content is loaded on the page. X-XSS-Protection indicates settings to block cross-site scripting attacks. X-frame options prevents the page from being embedded in other websites, like clickjacking protection. Cache control instructs how the response should be cached. If an attacker server is trying to mimic a legitimate website, you might see slight differences in headers. For example, if the X-frame options header is missing or set incorrectly, it could be a sign that the server isn't following proper security practices. The Forms and Inputs fields sections list any form elements present on the page, such as hidden inputs. Analyzing these can help determine if an attacker has injected hidden fields to capture user data, like phishing pages. ParsedHTML property holds the HTML content. You can use this to programmatically search for suspicious elements like hidden scripts or suspicious inline styles that attackers might use to obfuscate their activity. RawContentLength indicates the total size of the response in bytes. Abnormal sizes might suggest that extra content, such as injected malicious scripts, is being sent from the server. By carefully analyzing each element, from status codes and headers to content and links, you can expose hidden clues about hacker activity and build a more robust threat detection system.